Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, let's get into the August craziness that's going on. My last video, I spoke about the major shift that we had the beginning of the month, a week ago, whatever, a week and a half ago. Major shift. An overwhelming amount of emails coming in on how things changed in their neighborhoods, in their personal life. Even this morning, actually, very good friends of mine too just started reaching out, going, "You're not going to believe this shit. You're not going to believe this shit." I'm like, "Yeah, I believe it. Trust me, guys. I know." Yeah. So I want to get into, let's see, the fifth all the way to today. Okay, and the things that you guys, that's thunder. Great. The thing that the symptoms that you guys are probably feeling, and if not, you will. Okay, starting on the 5th, people, you're going to start feeling, well, you're already feeling because the 5th passed, but yeah, starting on the 5th, people are feeling like a mad thirsty, just mad thirstiness. You just can't quench your thirst no matter what you do. You just can't quench your thirst, and you have just a craving for ice cold stuff all day long. You don't really care about food. You're just thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. For me, I don't really drink soda much, but it's been diet orange soda. I went out and bought 3 cases of diet orange soda, and that's all I've been drinking for the last few days. I don't even really care about food. I haven't really been eating. It's just that diet soda I want. Yeah. So you guys most likely experience that, along with muscle soreness, extreme muscle soreness. Like you wake up in the morning and it feels as if you were at the gym the night before, completely breaking your ass. Okay. Crazy muscle soreness, along with flu like symptoms. So that started on the 5th, right through the 6th, 7th, like I said, up until now. Um, Most likely you're experiencing nausea, very bad nausea, and diarrhea. Okay. Like everything that you eat just becomes completely liquefied, and I guess it has to come out from both ends, or one or the other. Um, Definitely, without a doubt, headaches. Not your typical headache. I spoke about this kind of pain before. It's not your typical headache. It's like that feeling like you do have something stuck in your eye socket, something huge stuck in your eye socket. And because of that, a lot of people are getting nauseous, and you will experience throwing up from it. But like I said, it's not a typical migraine. It's a different feeling than a migraine. Um, I believe that most that are experiencing the headaches are grinding their teeth without realizing it. And a lot of people say, "Well, no, I don't grind my teeth." Yeah, most likely you probably are, because we're going through so much right now, guys, that your body needs a release. Like it's so mentally and physically exhausted that when you do have time to yourself, you're basically just standing there staring into space because you're just so tired. You're like, I don't even want to get up and take a shower. I don't even want to get up and go to the bathroom. I just can't move. So what's happening is your body is still reacting to this frequency change, and it needs an outlet. It has to come out, but because it can't force you to get up because you're like dead weight at this point, you really have nothing left. It's coming out through grinding, and it's happening without you even realizing it. um yeah, I mean, it's happening throughout the day. Try to pay attention. Try to pay attention, try to catch yourself when you're doing it. My best advice for that is chew gum. chew gum throughout the whole day. I mean, it's not going to help you through the night, but chew gum through the whole day. And if you don't think that your headache is caused by grinding, I want you to just let your jaw drop like I have. Just let it drop for a second and see if it relieves the pain. If it does, you're grinding. And like I said, most likely that's what it is, because the energy, even though it's still going through your body and you're like, you're numb, you just don't want to do crap, it's got to find its way to, release itself. So, you know, okay. Let's see, what do we got? Oh yeah. You're also going to experience craving really unusual foods and craving foods that you kind of always despised. Just going to come up. I've had people say, "Oh, I hate eggplant. I've been eating it for a week. I can't stop. It's the only thing I want to eat." For me, for me, let's see. For lunch and dinner, every single night, I've been having chicken in the can. No, like seriously, with like a half a cup of lemon juice and salt. I make a soup. I know my son was like, "That's so disgusting. I can't believe you're eating it." And I'm like, "Oh, you have no idea. It's the only thing that tastes like anything to me." Because anything else that I eat, like the first two or three bites taste really good. And then after that, it tastes like I'm eating nothing. And I know all you guys are going through that too. Food just tastes like nothing, right? So yeah, I'm on a chicken in the can because I'm allergic to fish. So it's chicken in the can for me. Oh yeah, and a couple of croutons. Okay. Another thing you guys are going to go through, and I want you guys to understand this. Okay, August definitely came in with a vengeance, and it's not going to let up. It's not going to let up. We're probably going to do this throughout the entire month. Just saying. Just putting it out there. I hate to, you know, say it, but I really believe that we're going to go through it. And I think September we're going to get a little bit of a break, maybe more than a little bit of a break. I'm hoping, but I believe that August, the rest of August is going to be this way. Um, we're back on the no sleep again. A lot of you will experience waking up in the middle of the night after maybe being in bed for about an hour or two and aimlessly walking around the house, looking at the window, going outside. It's like you're how can I explain it? It's like you hear something, not that there's any sound, but you're kind of listening to a vibration. And I don't mean like a humming sound or anything like that. You're just tapping into something that kind of puts you in the daze. And that's the best way I could describe it, right? And you're like, okay, walking around the house and you're just tapped into this energy that's going on. And then you go back to bed and then you wake up an hour later and the same thing happens. Now, on this channel, on many shows, I've spoke about these symptoms and they've been happening for a very long time. Okay. This month, it is different because usually we would get one symptom, right? That would last 2, 3 days. And after 2 or 3 days, we'd get a break, and then boom, we'd get another symptom. Then ow, something just bit me. No sleeping or too much sleeping, we would get another symptom, right? This month, it has been insane because just about every symptom that I've spoke about in the last, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, is happening all at once. One in 1 hour and the day you're like this, the next hour you're getting this way, the next hour you're getting this way. The emotions, the symptoms, it's just overload. Boom. Like I said, every single one of them is happening one after the other without a break throughout a day. And I don't mean, in a week's time. No, it's throughout the day. So it's knocking a lot of people on their ass. And then you have those that are having and will have the opposite effect. And the opposite effect of that is they're getting these wow, I love the thunder. They're getting these brainstorms like, oh, I'm going to multitask. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I got this great idea. I'm going to do this. I can take care of that. Like, so like seriously, like you could paint the house and mow the lawn and wash dishes at the same time and write a book. It's like you're getting this like brainstorm to do all these different things, and a lot of energy going through you, and you're, you're multitasking big time, big time. For those that are experiencing that, as great as it may be, because you're, being really creative and coming up with a lot of good things, and productive and whatever it is that you're doing, there's going to be a bad thunder right now. You need to stop. You need to slow it down because your body is doing the same thing. It's actually trying to process this anxious feeling, this anxiety. So you really need to slow it down. I just want you to know something. Guys, this is the fourth time I'm making this video. The fourth time. Each video was an hour long, and every time I went to watch it and upload it, it was deleted. So this is the fourth time, and this time there's a mad storm coming in. I'm sitting outside. So yeah. So you want to take it easy because although, like I said, it feels great and you're being productive, slow it down because you're going to burn out, and you're going to burn out big. Okay. You guys will experience very vivid dreaming. For most people that never remember their dreams, when they wake up, they're starting to remember. Right? Oh, I've never remembered any of my dreams. I don't dream. They're starting to remember. You will start to remember. Another thing about the dream state, and this most likely is going to resonate with the extremely, and I mean extremely intuitive people that are watching psychic, and I don't like the word psychic, but those that have abilities that defy explanation. Okay. My son has always said that he thinks I was created in a lab. I was some kind of science experiment. And that's the kind of people that most likely going to resonate with what I'm about to say. The dream state, it's like you have one foot in your dream state and one foot in the awake state. You're aware of everything around you, the noise, everything around you while you're sleeping, but yet you're participating in your dream. And what I mean by that, I don't mean that you're aware in your dream that you're dreaming. It's not a lucid dream, nothing like that. You're dreaming, but yourself in the awake state, in this reality, is observing you in your dream state. And you're going about your thing in your dream, not knowing that you're dreaming, but yet you are observing that aspect of you, that dream, you in that dream. Okay. And I believe that's going to go somewhere for us, for you guys, that's going to lead somewhere where, I want to say probably by the end of the month, first week of September, by the 6th to the 8th of September, you guys are going to be able to lucid dream very well. Although some can do it now, I've done it, many done it, but it's going to be this easy to be able to do. Okay, so just keep that in mind and remember what I said. Let's see. I'm trying to go through this really quick because there's a really bad storm coming. Okay, so yeah, the 10th, the 11th, the 9th, the 5th, the 8th, the 6th, the 7th. Still emotional roller coaster, just crying out of nowhere, no energy, feeling down, questioning your whole life and stuff like that. So it's been crazy, and it hasn't let up. It has not let up. Bottom line, you guys got to take care of yourself. Try to get as much rest as you can. It's going to be a bumpy ride, and this one's going to be a long one, but like I said, next month you'll feel the changes. You'll feel a lot better. It's not as major as the shift that we had in the beginning of the month, but there's still enough to wear us out, the one after the other after the other. You're not, because they're so small, you're not going to notice very, very big changes in your surroundings and stuff like that right now? I mean, whatever you've noticed from the last shift, that's probably where it's going to stay for a little while. You're going to notice little differences. Like I'll give you, for instance, I went to a supermarket the other day, and I'm going to be honest, I walked in and there was this really good looking guy standing there. And I looked at him, and in my mind, I was like, damn, it's like, I mean, the guy had 24-inch arms. He was beautiful. So as soon as I said that in my head, he turned around, he looked at me. So I was like, okay, so whatever. And I'm shopping. Every aisle that I went on, he went on the same aisle and was trying so very hard to get my attention. So finally, I looked at him and he smiled, and I smiled back, and he was with someone. I don't know who this woman, what this woman was to him, but she kind of looked like she was getting annoyed with him. So I felt really bad. I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to make eye contact with this person. But although I completely scanned him, I mean, you ladies, if you've seen what I was talking about, you'd understand. So anyway, I go to the freezer section. I go to open the door, and he grabs it at the same time, and he looks at me, and he puts this smile on his face that was just like, oh, beautiful. So I smiled back, and for a quick second, we're like having a conversation while we're making eye contact with the freezer door open. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I mean, you're like, what you're doing is wrong. And he was just smiling, man. I swear we had this whole mental telepathy conversation. So anyway, I got my stuff and went online, and he went online behind me. I walked out, put the stuff in the car, and I'm looking in my rearview mirror, guys. I look in my rearview mirror, and he's putting stuff in his car, and this guy's face completely changed. I mean, he had this mustache, this beard going down to his chest. It came to a point, okay, his salt and pepper beard going down to his chest. He looked like Yosemite Sam. And I just started cracking up laughing so bad, because I'm like, no way. I'm like, what the hell just happened? I'm like, it's so not fair. What? And I just could not stop laughing. This guy was not the same guy that was in the supermarket. He was the other him. It's the only way I can explain it. So little things like that, although not little, compared to, the huge shifts, to me, it is very little. I found it hysterical, completely hysterical, and so unfair at the same time. But yeah, you'll start experiencing like little things like that. Today for me today's Monday. It's been complete complete insanity, complete insanity. I won't even get into what's been going on. That defies explanation. It's just like whatever. Yeah. So a lot of craziness. Like I said, hang tight, be positive. You know me. I'm not one for love and light and positivity and woo. No, 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 no. I'm not crazy. I know that we're still having this experience, and there's still going to be people who get under our skin, and, situations. I understand that. When these things happen, I've said this before, let them go. You want to give them attention for about a minute or two, set your freaking little timer there for a minute or two, go throw a dish across the room, go yell and curse and do what you got to do, but you got to let it go. You have to let it go very, very fast. And there's a reason why I don't want this video to get deleted again, so I can't say what I said on my other video and the other one, because it seems like they keep getting deleted. Please trust me on this. That's all I could say. Keep yourself in that frame of mind of happiness. And when things get you down, like I said, if you got to set a timer, release it, go. Let it, just deal with it, let it go, and replace the thought with something that makes you happy. I don't put music on, start dancing like a fool, whatever it's going to take to snap you out of that moment, because it's really important that you don't give that moment any energy whatsoever. But although, like I said, that would be impossible, do it and let it go. Catch and release, okay? Basically. And like I said, I can't really get into it right now, and I really want to, but I can't. Just trust me. If you can do that, do it. Okay. Okay, let's leave it at that because I don't want this video to get screwed up again. Um, yeah, so this is I guess a short video, nothing too long. Yeah, and one more thing before I go. I want you guys to, for those that are people pleasers, I want you guys to stop doing that. I want you to learn to love yourself, or as I put it, introduce yourself to yourself for the first time, okay, in this reality. And you don't have to go the extra 110 miles for your kids, for your son. I mean, for you, for my son, right? For family, for your husband. You don't have to do it to feel your self-worth. Because I know a lot of people be going through that self-worth process. And, am I loved? Am I really loved? Was I ever really loved? And that. And you have to learn to love yourself. And if you turn around and go, but I do love myself. And I know I'm a good person because look at all the charity events I go to. And look how I take care of my family. And look at all the good deeds I do. Guys, I hate to say this, but a lot of times you will go to the extreme of doing those things so you could validate that you are a good person, so you can love yourself or admit that you love yourself. Okay, that's really why. I'm not saying that every good deed, oh no, we're good people, that's just our nature, we do. But when you go above and beyond, like my girlfriend who has autoimmune disease and was running 102 fever the other day and had to go outside and park the car for her husband when he came home from work because he didn't want to look for a spot, and then have dinner on the table, and then she's on the phone with me cursing him out, calling him all names, and she's like, I'm such a good person and I don't deserve this. And I'm like, you're doing it for all the wrong reasons, because you're not doing it because you want to. You're doing it so you could say to yourself, I'm such a good person. you know I want that other, I want my husband to say, hey, you're such a great wife. You're doing it because you don't love yourself and you need validation from others. Okay, when you learn to love yourself, you will realize that you are enough. Just the way you are is enough. You don't have to go to extra 1,000 miles to prove it. You don't have to put yourself out when you don't want to. You just realize that you're enough. And it's really important to do that. It's really, really important to do that. Put yourself first. And I know that's hard, especially for parents. Put yourself first. Nothing wrong with that, because if you're broken, what good are you going to be to the people that do need you, right? So self-love, look, get it. And I've been telling people this for years. I've given lectures, I'm gonna say probably about 7 years ago, on self-love. It's really important. It's important. Know that you're enough. Know that you're good enough. Not by, don't measure it by the things that you do, because that's not how you do it. I love you guys, and this is going to turn into a scene from The Wizard of Oz. In about 2 seconds, I'm going to be calling Annie M because there's like a really bad storm coming. So I love you all, and I most likely have to be on the road tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, so I might be away for a little while, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And keep those comments coming and messages, and be safe. Blessings to all. Bye bye.